You're free, Officer Dunn.
Yes, I think I'm free.
No more questions, Officer Dunn. God help you.
So we always say the Black Panther Party that they can do anything they want to us. We might not be back. I might be in jail. I might be anywhere. But when I leave, you can remember I said with the last words on my lips that I am a revolutionary. And you're going to have to keep on saying that. You're going to have to say that I am a proletarian. I am the people. I'm not the pig. You got to make a distinction. And the people are going to have to attack pigs. The people are going to have to stand up against the pigs. That's what the Panthers are doing. That's what the Panthers are doing all over the world.
We have brought to trial here Fred Hampton. You are here to judge between two conflicting testimonies. Somebody is lying. Now, reason stands, and reason is very clear here, that Private Jones, who had come from Sanford, North Carolina, would have no great desire to see Fred Hampton up in this trial. But Fred Hampton, a key figure in this community, has great reason for not wanting to be put in jail.
But the state's attorney and the state's attorney's office has reasons to see Fred Hampton in jail. We've got a new state's attorney, you see. And he said already what he thought about people that had different political beliefs than he had. His speeches sound somewhat like those of Hitler. And we know why he wants to see Fred Hampton put in jail. Why do I have a lot of arrests? Because of harassment. Why is that harassment? Because the people that harass me have set up a problem that made me disagree with them violently, and they set up this problem in order to exploit me and other people like me. And why they want to get rid of me? Because I'm saying something that might wake up some other exploited people and some other oppressed people, and if all these people ever get together, then these pigs that are exploiting us, we'll be able to run them into the lake. That's why they want to get rid of us. And it's just, it's sort of like a primary thing with me. I'm the first move that they'll make. I'm a part of the organization. It'll be the first organization they'll move on because I happen to be a part of the organization, the Black Panther Party. That is the only organization, in fact, that has came out and stood up loud and clear and said that we don't care what anybody says, whether they have guns or not and badges or 18 uniforms. If whenever they step outside the bounds of legality into the bounds of illegality, then we'll blow their brains out if they bother the people. And what makes them mad about that? They're constantly bothering the people. Anybody that's out there for the protection of the people happens to be in direct conflict with them. What makes them mad about it? What makes them mad about it is that they had black people and white poor people and red poor people and Puerto Rican poor people and Latin American Puerto Rican people of poor people of all descents. They had them caught up in movements based on racism when the Black Panther Party stood up and said that we don't care what anybody says. We don't think you fight fire with fire fists. We think you fight fire with water fists. We're going to fight racism, not with racism, but we're going to fight with solidarity. We said we're not going to fight capitalism with black capitalism, but we're going to fight it with socialism. We stood up and said we're not going to fight reactionary pigs and reactionary state's attorneys like this and reactionary state's attorneys like Hanrahan with any other reactions on our part. We're going to fight their reactions where all of us people are getting together and have an international proletarian revolution.
Right on.
And that's saying all power to the people. Right on. That's saying that no matter what color you are, there's only two classes. And that's saying there's a class over here and there's a class over there. And the reason that this class over here has never did anything to get this class off its back because this is lower, this is upper. This is the oppressed, this is the oppressor. This is the exploited, this is the exploiter. And these people in this class have divided themselves. They say, I'm black and I hate white people. I'm white and I hate black people. I'm Latin American and I hate hillbillies. I'm hillbilly and I hate Indians. So we fight amongst each other. And you've heard the testimony of pigs here, and you got pigs of all colors, you know that. You got pigs that are white, you got pigs that are black, you even got pigs that are black and white. Propagating the same type of madness that this buffoon Hanrahan would be propagating if he were here himself. And why? Because they want to keep you to believing that I'm your enemy, and that everybody else that's black and that wears a lot of hair on his head and hair on his face, they want to keep you thinking that he's your enemy. Why? Because if ever you would disregard him and overlook him just for a minute and throw away that question of racism and start into dealing with a little logic, then there would be no one else you could attack other than Hanrahan, other than Davy, And other than Tricky Dicky Nixon, if you make the right decision, then the oppressed people of the world will get complete satisfaction. I know you return a verdict of not guilty. Thank you.
Bobby Seale is going through all types of physical and mental torture. But that's all right, because we said even before this happened, and we're going to say it after this, and after I'm locked up, and after everybody's locked up, that you can jail revolutionaries, but you can't jail a revolution. Right. You might run a liberator like Eric Cleave out the country, but you can't run liberation out the country. You might murder a freedom fighter like Bobby Hutton, but you can't murder freedom fighting. And if you do, you come up with answers that don't answer, explanations that don't explain. You come up with conclusions that don't conclude. And you come up with people that you thought should be acting like pigs, that's acting like people and moving on pigs. And that's what we've got to do. So we're going to see about Bobby, regardless of what these people think we should do. Because school is not important and work is not important. Nothing's more important than stopping fascism, because fascism will stop us all.
In order for you and me to devise some kind of method or strategy to offset some of the events or a repetition of the events that have taken place here in Los Angeles recently, we have to go to the root. We have to go to the cause. Dealing with the condition itself is not enough. And it is because of our effort toward getting straight to the root that people oftentimes think we're dealing in hate. We are oppressed. We are exploited. We are downtrodden. We are denied not only civil rights, but even human rights. So the only way we're going to get some of this oppression and exploitation away from us or aside from us is come together against the common enemy. Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin to such extent that you bleach to get like the white man? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose and the shape of your lips? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet? Who taught you to hate your own kind? Who taught you to hate the race that you belong to? So much so that you don't want to be around each other. No, before you come asking Mr. Muhammad, does he teach hate, you should ask yourself, who taught you to hate being what God gave you? And I, for one, as a Muslim, believe that the white man is intelligent enough. If he were made to realize how black people really feel and how fed up we are without that old compromise and sweet talk. Stop sweet talking it. Tell him how you feel. Tell him what kind of hell you've been catching, and let him know that if he's not ready to clean his house up. If he's not ready to clean his house up, he shouldn't have a house. It should catch on fire and burn down.
Knowledge bomb. What's the science, baby?
Peace and Black Power family. We are back. Welcome to another episode of Knowledge Porn. What's the Science? After Midnight Edition. Long stream today. Almost 8 hours on the stream today. Celebrating 5 years. 1,800 episodes. So part 2 of the celebration will begin today. 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So let me just show you how to apply it real quick one more time. I know many of you are on today already, so just show it again. Boom. 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We got part 2 of the celebration weekend. Day 2 of the celebration weekend. And it's going down. All right? So we're here at the after party, and we're going to get this after party started with our warrior sister, the reason for the season. Let's see who she is today. Sass, aka General Turn Up, aka Boss Lady. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. All right.
Shalom. Can I be heard? I'm gonna assume I can be heard, right? Okay. Before I get into anything in conversation with you, I just wanted to say that like last night was a bad connection for some odd reason. I was trying to explain what the white woman was saying about her own people, that white mob out there, but I got cut off. Like if you go back and listen, it's crazy how, that part I was trying to say was like cut out, right? Um,
Is it?
basically telling her people, white people, about this white mob, about
Mm-hmm.
these white mobs in these towns. You need to, arm up. This is what she's saying. This is against her own people. So it just goes to show you. And then once again, because I'm obsessed, right? I watch these riots because that's what the hell they are. Up on TV, every night. I'll tune in. And like currently, what's going on? I'm watching Portland, Seattle, DC, and Oakland, and they're arresting people out in Oakland. It's just odd how they're doing out in Oakland and nowhere else. But I know why. Um, but it's more black people in Oakland. So that's going to happen. And in these other ones, like I feel like the police do not want to shoot their own because they know that if they do that, that their own people are going to turn up. They know. This is why they don't do it. They do not do it. Now, if it was a mob of black people, if it was all of us, just black people, it wouldn't go down like this. There would be no terrible nothing. It would be a whole different ball game. There would be no survivors. So I just wanted to put that out there because I was like rudely, censored yesterday. Yeah, it upset me. Like I'm like, wait a minute,
You know, you're on this platform, right?
Yeah, yeah, I know. I'm a part of the planters, the prepper community, the black preppers and homesteaders and arms owners
I'm,
and
I'm
Second
saying this
Amendmenters.
this platform, Do Nots Radio. I'm not
Yeah,
talking
I
about.
know. Yeah, I know. You're gonna get
Yeah.
censored. I mean, they play around. They play these games. It's annoying. I guess they don't like the word phrase that I used, because this is what they do. But I'm a part of that community of survivalists, all right, and black survivalists. But I also pay attention to my enemy, what they're doing on their white survival. You got to look at it and see what they're saying. So if they're warning their own against their own, You know what I'm saying? It's time for us to pay attention to that. These people, they're straight up violent. Like, I'm not saying be scared or anything. What I'm saying is be prepared. Like, you got to know what you're doing. You're going to, I mean, and then they're in your community too. You have to understand these are like major cities. Black people are in major cities. If they're not in the South, they in major cities. So I just wanted to like just put that out there. Um, so yeah, so okay, so today was there was some festivities going on. I popped in and out just to see what was going on and everything, but today it was a Shabbat, so I was trying to you know get my rest on and stuff, and just kind of meditating on a whole bunch of things. And then when the sun went down, I went outside, and started like pruning, the garden out, I'm out there pruning. I'm also harvesting and stuff. So I did a little canning and stuff. So, that's what I spent most of the night doing. So that's it. But yeah, I caught your 7 in the some odd hours of, I saw that. I said, wow, that's a long time. So with a lot of different people, talking about a whole lot of different things, so so that was cool. But I'm gonna take it down a little bit. See, general turn up, did I not? So
Turn up. Okay.
I just did. I
This is
mean,
the
right out the
after
gate.
party. Yeah, stay turned up. Okay, don't
Yeah, I
be
stay mad
turned
at the
down
enemy.
for
That's right.
what?
Yeah,
Okay.
I just
It should be
was
turned down for
annoyed.
what? Right there. Okay.
I was just
Turn
straight
down.
up annoyed, just annoyed at the disrespect. I mean, it's expected, but damn, this
Yeah.
is our little space, over here,
Right.
black tube, right? Damn. But anyway,
Yeah,
and
that's
and,
how
and
they
I
go.
want and I want to and I just want to say something to. It probably will never get to them. Those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Negroes out there with those white mobs. When they stomp y'all asses out, don't come call us. Okay, that's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say.
When
Cause
they
I
drag
see
you
you.
from the back of the pickup truck until your head
Right,
pops off.
right. I see you. Go ahead and run up on a convenience store if you want to. See, they smart a little bit. They knew not to go up in there. They knew to stay outside. They did know that, but I mean, to get your face
I
on
see my
camera,
boy. I
nah,
see.
man, don't do that.
I see.
So don't come calling us, cause I'm gonna remember. I remember everything that's
I'll be
important.
cool.
I
On my
remember.
centennial
Yeah,
RPG flag right here.
yeah. I mean, yeah. I was trying to keep it godly today because Instagram is a hot mess today. You know what I'm saying? I'm repping for Michael today.
Yeah.
No respect to Mike.
None.
None. Like
None. None.
none today. I'm like, what the
None.
heck is going on here?
Yeah. I got to share it with
You
a suit.
know? And I just want to put this out here because I heard the full story because Denzel came and told the real story, okay?
Mm,
About his financing of people's acting education or whatever. The sister
mm.
Felicia Rashad put him on. Okay? If it wasn't for that sister, there would be no Black Panther. That's all I wanted to just put it out there like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you
Yeah.
know, it's not like, they like, he, and it's funny because he only gave the credit to Denzel. Like, I'm like, okay, all right. It's a sad movie, but still, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for that movie to make that much money and for them to get this particular actor to play the lead in it,
Yeah.
give
He
credit
didn't
to the
come out of
sister.
he didn't come out of nowhere as
Right,
far as the acting world is concerned. He was a child actor.
right, but give credit to the sister. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, how you
Right.
leave her out in a
Yeah.
major, like a major, the man is gone, but I can't ask
Right.
him. Like why, like, but God bless Denzel for coming out and telling us to, giving us the details, the deets.
Right.
Okay, the deets. So yeah, but I mean, and today I watched Fantastic Four because Michael B is in there, And I forgot he was in that movie. He played the guy on fire, Torch. He called himself a Torch. I don't know if you watched Fantastic Four growing up. What was his name?
Human
I can't
Torch.
remember. Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
It look, you know, oh gosh. Look, I need to go back and do my research on that. But he was in that movie. And I didn't know that until, today. I was like, let me watch this because I saw the original Fantastic Four that they brought out, and that was when they were all adults. But this one happened to be when they were young. And they happened to have him in it as a black person. The one where the one that they did first was all white characters.
Right,
So it like
right.
kind of threw me out. It threw me off when I saw this one. I'm like, oh my God, I forgot he was in this. But what made him big was Creed, right? So that's
Well,
a whole nother thing. Yeah.
he was on The Wire.
Right. He
He
was
was
on the
on,
wire, but that's not what made him famous. It was
yeah,
Creed.
he was on The Wire, and before that, he was in Hardball.
He was on all these things, but I'm telling you, like
Yeah.
the pop off, you know what I'm saying? The pop off, just like this other
Well,
guy,
he
what's
had
his name?
Fruitville Station right before that. So Fruitville Station is what got him in Creed because he had worked with Ryan Coogler on Fruitville Station when he was playing Oscar Grant.
Oh, I don't even know about that. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, the whole boom for him and what got people talking because it got black tube and black social media talking after he did Creed. He became a superstar to us after that. It wasn't anything before that. So I wanted to like kind of revisit that because they're trying to destroy this man's life right now. And this is like I'm saying, I'm seeing the correlation between everything that's going on. And you bring up a good point when you had said when I went back to listen to the disrespect that happened last night with YouTube is a piece of never mind. But you said that the what was his name that the old white man who passed away who died or whatever they got rid of him because of Black Panther. Like I can
Stan
believe that.
Lee.
Right,
Yeah.
Stanley, I can believe that. Yes. And then now you see this man gone when he didn't even need to be gone. I mean, colorectal cancer, it can be cured. It's curable. You know what I'm saying? Like what the hell? Like I'm inclined to think it more happened, but that's just me. That's my speculation. That's just my opinion. But now they're
The
going after
director
Michael
got
B. Talking about he
silenced.
a homosexual.
The
Huh?
director got silenced. He didn't even get to make Creed 2. And Creed 1 was personal to him, like a model of his personal life. And he wasn't able
Mm-hmm.
to make the second part. His homeboy had to come in and make the second part.
It's messed up. It's
So
messed up because
now you look
yeah.
at Black Panther, and then what's going to be your Black Panther 2? You know what I mean? So
I
it's
don't
a
see a
lot of
Black Panther
things.
2 coming because this man is now is a martyr to black people now. So it ain't gonna happen. To have a replacement ain't gonna happen. So, maybe they'll make a spin-off or something. They could do something like that, but Interdaka is dead. So it's not like we could, even go that route. So they made sure to get rid of that character, you know.
I'm gonna be
Um
in. I told you I'm gonna be in part 2, right?
well I told you when I become
I'm gonna
president.
be
Well,
in it. Right. Okay. I still got my line ready. My line
but
is
I
ready.
just I just wanted to put out there that with all these events that's happening and everything, right? You got now they're going after Michael, calling talking about he a homosexual now. I'm like, wait a minute, what? What? Like they need to stop this, like for real, like highly evil, because that's what they are. So damn evil, very evil. It's they already, I mean, they have a right to sit us down because that's their stuff. We don't have our own stuff no more because it's just not enough money, it's not enough exposure or whatever. But I will say that what's that he's a sodomite for real. Look, allegedly, with the one that put the dress on Medea, him, he he proved that black people support black creators. Okay, he proved it. He was doing shows on stage. Black people sold out. I mean, they supported that man to no end. Okay, so go back to the theater. We don't need to be on their TV. We don't need to be on their movies. You know what I'm saying? We just go back to the old school when we were on stage. that pulled us in. So let's go back to that, because when you enter their arena, they sit you down. I've seen them do it to Will Smith, Jamie Foxx, Cuba, and countless numbers of people. The only one who's been going strong thus far, because he makes so much money and they will never sit him down until he dies, is Denzel Washington. Okay, everybody else has been sat down.
Yep.
Okay, Martin was sat down.
John
Okay,
Singleton's dead.
yes, sat down. All of them was sat down.
He's dead. John Singleton.
Yeah, he's dead. He shouldn't even be dead. I don't even want to know what happened to him. Like, for real, I don't even want to know. But like I said, it's my opinion. It's in my heart. It's speculation. You know, that man brought out Rosewood. Like,
Right.
I'll be forever grateful for that, because I only saw it once. I only needed to see it once, and that was enough for me to say,
Robert
you
Townsend's still
know,
alive. He could,
yeah. But
he
they
could,
sat him
he
down.
could, he could make the movies. Robert Townsend can make the
They
movies until he goes.
they sat him down,
We
and
need
now
another
he had
media man and another blank man. So him and the
no.
Wayne family need to come together and make a new one.
He tried. You look. They sat him down, and then now it's so bad that this movie, this guy is a movie maker, producer, director, a writer, all these things, and he's making cameos in Black Lightning. Really?
Right.
So when this devil sits you down, he sits you down, and he's sitting a lot of people down right now in regular world. With what's going on right now. So yeah, we don't need, and that's the only reason why Denzel ain't sat down. They ain't say, okay, you got to sit down for a minute because you making too much, because he makes too much money. He
But they
bringing too
put that
much.
other guy up in some kind of scandal. The other director that he worked with all the time, the one who did Training Day and everything else, like Equalizer, Equalizer 2, and all of that.
Oh
Antoine Fuqua.
gosh, good lord.
Yeah.
I wonder what scandal that was.
Some mixy broad.
Oh goodness. See, this is what I'm talking about.
He's married to that lady from Harlem Nights, Sunshine.
Oh, him, the one that be stepping on his wife. Yeah, with
Yeah,
Nicole with the mixie. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
That's a straight up demon. Yes. But 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 and if they catch her on the street, I feel bad for her. Lisa Ray and all of them, and her girls, and Tisha, all of them. If they catch her in the street, she going down. I catch her in the street, she going down. Okay, she better not be on the streets. She never come my hood. But I'm just saying, like, that's how bad it is. That one caused a lot of trouble. She, even with straight hand, like, she's purposely going and ruining the lives of black men. They sent her out to do this. Oh, well, black men shouldn't be doing. Yeah, they shouldn't. They shouldn't. But that thing right there, they should see it coming. They should
Yeah.
see it coming, because black women ain't gonna start no trouble like that. We just don't. So why even put yourself in that predicament? Like, I mean, whatever. Whatever. That's a demon. And then Eddie Murphy, that was his ex-wife. And then went and got a real demon, like a full-blown demon. Like, I mean, this guy,
Right.
they sat him all the way down.
Yep.
All the way down. He still sat down. He's down right now. So I mean, they like being sunned by this white man. Then hey, let them get sunned.
Maybe I ought to eat your cornbread.
Let them get sunned if they want to be.
That's,
These are black men here.
that's how they getting done it like that. Maybe I ought to eat your cornbread. Mm. They went from
People
butt
say,
licking red rings to putting them in all dress.
"Oh, well, look. Let me see who was wait a minute. I'm trying to. Oh my gosh, this was. See, you brought that up, right? And in my mind, I saw something. Oh, that was that guy talking about Denzel. He never Denzel never put no dress on, did he?
Nope.
That's what I'm saying. He never, like, I took that of that guy saying that, Chadwick saying that about Denzel, meaning that he didn't have to effeminize himself to get to where he is. We stand on your shoulders. This is what he's saying. So that's truth right there. Even though he's a part of Holly Weird and Holly Evil, he never did that thing or whatever. But yeah, so yeah, I'll just put that out there. I know that a lot of the male actors who have done that feel bad about it. Martin being one of them. He spoke about it. You know, he didn't know at the time, and that's cool. I'm cool as long as you realize, now and understands. Then but if you still putting on this dress in like every season, making all the Medea movies look,
Right.
you in violation. You are in total and utter violation here. So, yeah. So well, all y'all do is talk about race and blah blah blah. Well, I'm gonna keep talking about it, damn it, because it obviously is getting you upset. Okay, because you are in violation. Okay, so if when you stop doing what you doing, and I'm talking about race, you won't get upset about it no more. How about that?
That's right.
Then you start talking like me. So I'm gonna keep saying it. See, people want me to be quiet
If you
about
black,
my radical ideas and ideology. I refuse.
if you
I
black.
refuse. Hell to the no. So that's that. I mean, somebody got to be righteous.
I think I was on since 11 o'clock. It was like an hour in between. Then I got back on at like three something. And out of that time that I was on, I think I was on camera for like 2 hours out of that whole time. That's how bad my connection was all day.
I noticed that. Yeah. I know people were like, "What's going on? Did you let them know? Like, I'm having some technical issues or whatever."
hmm Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, people came in and they kind of filled the spot, which was good. I was glad they came in, filled the spot. Everybody was happy today.
It's good. It's real good. I saw Mama promoting it. That was lovely. I was like, oh yeah, that's so cool. Mama, yeah,
Oh, snap.
yeah, promoting it on her Facebook page. I was like, okay, okay.
Mm. So,
So
yeah, it's interesting today. We set it off with Tahir RBG and King Samir. You already know what kind of ferocious flame and fire that was right then. Because, this sickening stuff. I'm like, man, we talking. Hurricane Katrina happened 15 years ago, yesterday. And people snotting and boogering out of their goddamn face about some motherfucker who put a suit on, or he played some dude that was married to some white bitches. And the world supposed to stop for this shit right here. Like this shit just made me sick. They're like, oh, the Black Panther. What about the Black Panthers that are out right now saving people's fucking life in Louisiana right
right,
now?
but I wanted to talk about Laura. Yes, I wanted to talk about Laura. I don't know who
Right
else that was
now,
killed.
like you see what
Do
I'm
you
saying? Like
know?
they rescuing people, they searching
Uh
and
huh.
rescuing people and all kind of stuff. They out here doing that shit right fucking now.
Right.
What about them Panthers? Ain't nobody talking about them. Ain't nobody crying for them. Ain't nobody going to them when they snatched them sisters up and put those charges on them, and they was going to court and they was bleeding them dry. Was nobody
It
talking about them? They was
it
out
ain't
there in
white.
boats. They've been
It ain't
doing this
white.
shit since Katrina.
Right.
They
It
got
ain't
the Red
white.
Cross. 15 years. They've been every time hurricane season come, they out. They out there right fucking now. You gonna tell me about some motherfucker who was acting. We go for any song and dance, any fucking actor or actress, any kind of fucking entertainer, and you losing your goddamn mind over. Show them in the picture with a race trader, and I'm supposed to be like, oh yeah, this is great. Get your ass out of here with that shit. Shit's bugged. Shit's bug. We here, Fred Hampton Senior, born day today, 21 years old. You know, we get to December 4th, 21 years old.
You know what?
Who
Now
knows?
let me interject here. Let me interject here and say this one thing. Well, okay, here we go. Not my quote. Well, nobody asked him to do that for black people. What's your response to that?
Nobody asks who to do what.
Our freedom fighters, our
Nobody.
political leaders, our black political organizations, our black educators, our black creators.
Yeah,
We didn't ask them to do
nope.
none of this.
Right.
What you got to
Where
say
would
for
you be?
that?
Where would you be if they didn't do it?
Exactly. Exactly. But that is the response that I'm getting, and it's disrespectful, and it, make me want to put hands, but luckily we have the internet to separate. God is good. Keep me out of jail. Oh, he's out. All right. So that is the backlash or the response that I've been getting. The disrespectful. Well, nobody asked them to fight for us and blah 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 and this or whatever. Just say it in my face. Please say that in my face. Just do it. That's what I want you to do. I want you in my presence so you can say it in my face, so we can have a serious discussion or other things about this. Um, we have a problem, black people, that we cannot solve. All right. Some of us are just tired of being sunned by this oppressive establishment called the United States of America and the people that run it, white folks. Okay? And have to do something about it. All right? That is the reason why people in our community do this. It's not necessarily doing it for you, but doing it for the culture. That's why. They want to see the culture continue and grow because it is diminishing day by day by day by day. We don't know what's black anymore. We can't even look at somebody and tell if they're black or not. That's how bad it's getting. You know, there won't be any more history. We're helping them take down statues and changing names of schools and names of towns and things to erase their evil ass history. So we're helping them to further their agenda, to deprive us and to keep us where we at, so they can keep abusing us and using us. But if that's what you want, black people, fine. But you can't tell people that look like us who are tired of this nonsense to be quiet. You can't do it. You can't do it because some people are just brave and have it, and it's in their spirit, and they're born with the spirit of God in them. All right. So uh there are only few gods. And I'm gonna put it out there like that. No need to call yourself a god or a king or anything like that if you're not exerting yourself as such. So kill that noise. Kill it. There's only few kings, there's only few gods, and few people who are about it like that. Few and very few leaders. These people actually walked the walk. There were no talking, you know, and each person had their own um, um, interests. Like there were black educators who will teach about black liberation and black revolution and black power and Africanism and I don't even like using that word, but yeah, there's subjects called Africanisms, you know, and Africana studies and all of these things. And you have the artists, black artists who keep the visuals alive, showing black images. Very important thing. Then you have the black revolutionaries who will actually go out and do the work and show their arm, you know, them. Then you have there's it's just a plethora of, positions that people can take in order to move us forward to help us out of this condition that we're in. Black mothers, raising black sons with a proper education. Proper education will be education about self, not what the establishment says, not the indoctrination that's I was just talking about last night. The public school system, the system and where they want you to compete under what they call a myth, of opportunity. They give you the myth of opportunity, saying that if you work hard and you get all these degrees and all that, you can be whatever you want to be and be able to compete with them. False. It's false. We all know this. So, yeah, some of us are tired of the same old, and need to do something. Period. And I just think that black people who want to come out their mouths on negative, just need to be quiet because you look bad. Not the leaders in this community, not the fighters, not the people who actually stand up and will say, and express themselves in a way that they need to. Like myself, I don't change. This is people who knows I talk like this. Yeah, people distance themselves from me because they're afraid to lose their livelihood or whatever that is. You shouldn't even have a dependence on this enemy in the first place, so you wouldn't have to worry about your dependence. Luckily, I don't have to worry about that. I don't depend on them. All right, so with that being said, I'm free to say whatever I want. It's my First Amendment right? And we have Second Amendment right. I'm taking those rights, even though I know I'm not a citizen of this country. Everybody knows this. Black people are not citizens. We know this, but I'm going to take it and say it. I'm saying it. I'm gonna I'm gonna use that First Amendment. I'm gonna use the Second Amendment. All right, and whatever in amendments that's going to help, protect me and myself. Even if they don't even, um, uphold it, because they renege. They do. But I'm not going to stay in an inferior position and say, well, nobody told y'all to do this and do that. I would love for any of you to go to Mumia and tell Mumia this mess in his face. You know what I'm saying? How disrespectful, how low. And if you talk like that, you deserve to continue to be in your condition. I don't even care. You deserve to be where you are. Searching for crumbs and living in the conditions you live in because you want to appease and get nowhere. Like, I don't understand. There's all this appeasing and all this participation and getting nowhere. Like, I don't even understand that, but it is what it is. But I need something to drink. Knowledge, where are you? I'm gonna go get something to drink.
right side of the church to stand up. I said stand up. Huh.
Talk that talk, Red.
I need the left side and the right side of the church to stand up. I said stand up. Uncle Tom's been selling, always looking to befriend them. Ain't no telling what they do for that cracker. And them boys be on your block running your building illegal stops. They beat you down and they still call for backup. That cracker cracking his whip. That shit you scared it make me feel some type of way. Break my women and my kids, I feel some type of way. Told us Jesus gonna make us feel some type of way. Is it cause my homies black you feel some type of way? Some type of way. Bleach they skin, they white today. Heard you hate your natural hair, you feel some type of way. Mr. Runaway, killer's master with my title say. Every time we do this thing, you know they feel some type of way. Hey, some type of way. Hey, hey, some type of way. Yeah. Some type of way. Every time we do this thing, you know we feel some type of way. Hey, hey.
Going nowhere. Church is real.
Pastor Green, Deacon Doc Mock, United Front.
This ain't trap music. This ain't rap music. This that African insurrection, fight to be black music. We don't sling crack music. We don't kill blacks music. This Jew ain't the real Hebrew, fall back on that small hat music. My flow, Holocaust Heimies. You the source of all grimy, spineless and slimy, perverted devil claim me from Zion. You guilty for lying and capturing lions. I got proof you funded the dungeons of trained Africans, captured and shipped us on floating zoos. Hitler's Hasidics, to me there's no difference. You was all part of the parasitic lynching of the African spirit. Dig it, your graven minutes, cause you run corporations with a slaver spirit. Incorporating the tactics of your forefathers is wicked. My fingers pen this with the pain of days of cotton picking. They whip the babies for not making weight like a competition. If Jesus came from the skies white, I grab a weapon, cause there's a black God enslaved needing to be freed in the heavens. Stepping fetches is dead upon entering sessions. You cowards lost your balls like turned over possessions. A recession of manhood won't bring us progression to stand good. My intentions are bloody a clan hood. It's only a black man could. My position is solid. The evolution of onyx. Attacking the ball heads past the green dock and call it Muhammad. The focus is freedom through information and inspiration. And when I'm smashing MCs, don't worry, that's just the entertainment. Throw up your fists. Throw up your fists. Throw up your fists. Throw up your fists. Crackers is mad. You dig them a ditch. Crackers get mad. You dig them a ditch. Throw up your fists. Throw up your fists. Throw up your fists. Throw up your fists. Crackers get mad. You dig them a ditch. Crackers get mad. You dig them a ditch. Christian, Islamic, Buddhist or Masonic, no matter your prophet. This cracker ain't honest. He had us in bondage, raping your mama right in front of your eyelids. He had us in bondage, raping your mama right in front of your eyelids. What if I told you Jesus of Nazareth was up the block staggering, being beat to death by Romans, wearing badges? Would you come by the masses then to defend your Lord and Savior? Is all the talk for pretend? Cause the spirit of the caress lies within the black men locked in the pen. I'm at the pulpit with a full clip, feel the pain from the bullwhip. My skin cracks, my back bleeds, my black bleeds. The stats show cracker vaccines harm black seeds. Facts believe it's not rap for green, red, black, and green. What Garvey seen to unite the team across the seas. Throw up your fists. Throw up your fists. Throw up your fists. Throw up your fists. Crackers is mad. You dig them a ditch. Crackers get mad. You dig them a ditch. Throw up your fists. Throw up your fists. Throw up your fists. throw up your fist. Crackers get mad,
Cracks get mad.
you dig 'em a ditch. Crackers get mad, you dig 'em a ditch.
A supper.
Knowledge bomb. What's the science, baby?
Upon the technical difficulties, here, back. Just want to remind everybody who's watching and who will watch this that we will be live today, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Right here, part 2 of the celebration, 1,800 episodes and counting. Right here, come through, show some love, and see what we got going on. Got some things going on. Grab some special guests in the building like we had today. Shout out to everybody who came through today. Yeah, it was crazy. Shout out to Doc Mock, aka Ambassador O, for coming through. Brother Oba came through. Sunshine Monet came through, aka Unica Monet. Came through the joint today. Sister Tria, Robert Alias, Sister Ray. Everybody came through today. Bianca came through, spent some time with us. So there was a lot going on today. So part 2 tomorrow. Be tuned in, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I should say 3-ish. I don't even know if I could put 3-ish p.m. on the flyer. Don't be quiet at 3 o'clock. Don't be quiet at 3 o'clock, but who knows? It might be earlier. But 3-ish. So if you subscribe, you'll know. If you're not subscribed, you won't know. Okay? General, turn up. You with us? You still turned up?
Depends on the subject matter, but yeah, I just read something real crazy just now on Instagram. See, I, I said let me try again. I said let me try Instagram again. Let me try again, and I shouldn't have. People want to talk about racism all the time and what it is and what you white people don't understand about it. Oh, this whole dissertation, and so I had to make a comment waiting for the backlash. Did this brother offer any type of solution to the racism problem? That was my question. So I'm going to wait for the you know, the response and see what I get. You know what I mean? That's like it's kind of frustrating trying to have to explain to white people what racism is or whatever. It's something in this at one part it says that racism is a let me get it because that's the only thing that stuck out to me out of this whole dissertation.
Racism.
Let me see if I can. Yeah, out of this, let me get it because I mean it's a whole
Race.
damn dissertation. It's like who gonna read all this?
This is home of the racist right here. Do not radio. Home of the racist. 1,800 episodes, 5 years to prove it.
Here we go. Racism is an insidious cultural disease.
Ooh, insidious. Insidious what?
Yeah. I said, ooh,
Insidious
it's an
what? What do you
insidious
call it?
cultural disease. And
Insidious
racism
cultural
is a
disease.
insidious cultural disease.
So people create systems and cultures, right?
Right.
So this is people's behavior, acceptable behavior, agreed upon behavior. This is what this
Mm-hmm.
is. This is a way
Mm-hmm.
of life because culture is a way of life. So this is a
Right.
pattern of behavior that is a way of life.
They're adding the word culture to it. You know why they're adding it to it? Because it's white culture. The way they do it, it would fall under white
White
culture.
behavior manifests
That's their
as white
culture.
culture.
That
Yeah, that's
that
their
is what they
culture. Yeah.
do. Right.
Good answer.
So
Good answer.
yeah, that is what they
Good
do.
answer.
So I mean, okay, and you're telling us this why, sir? You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, all right, what's the solution? Like, what is your solution? Oh, white people just think that racism is hate. It's more than hate. It is a socioeconomic same ish that black people come out, educated black Negroes come out and talk about. They're just repeating that nonsense. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. What we want is a solution to this race problem.
Crack is just
Okay,
mad.
I just want to know what it is
You
because
dig
I've
him a
given it.
ditch.
I've given a solution.
Crack is
You've
get
given a solution.
mad. You dig him a
That's right.
ditch.
Our
Throw up your fist.
ancestors, our freedom fighters, they
Throw up
all
your
gave you
fist.
the solution
Throw
to
up
it.
your fist. Throw up your fist.
Booker T.
Crack is
Washington
mad.
didn't even get down with no arms, but he told you how to fix it. He had a whole
Dig
other
him a
way to fix
ditch.
it.
What did Malcolm say? What did Malcolm say to do with the good white people? What did he say?
I don't know what he say because obviously when I say
He
it
said
don't
kill them
matter.
before
So
they
if
turn
Malcolm said it,
bad.
then it might matter.
He said kill
It
them
might
before
matter
they
if
turn
Malcolm said it.
bad.
Listen, they don't listen to that part of Malcolm. They don't listen to that.
Yeah,
They don't
kill
listen to
them
that
before they
part.
turn bad.
They throw that out. They act like they've heard that.
Well, they did that with Mosana Elijah Muhammad. They said they have children saying that what he said was baby language, and he didn't really mean it. Got children running around with X's on the back of their name, talking about their leader of the Nation of Islam, saying that that's baby language.
You're
They're
gonna
talking
have
to
to
these devils
repeat
like
that
saying
because
this is baby language.
you're gonna have to repeat that. You're gonna have to start over because it took you out. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Can you hear me?
Can you? Okay, you because you cut out like your whole screen cut out. So whatever you were saying ain't make no sense because people being disrespectful.
Crackers is mad. You dig them a ditch.
So you have to start over what you were saying because it took you out
That's
and
all I
then it
said.
brought you
It
back
didn't mean
in.
nothing. That was the point. That was the
Okay.
point.
Okay, because I'm like, wait, because now, we're not going to understand what you mean, what you're saying, because it's cutting in now. So I just need the solution. I mean, it's a whole damn dissertation. It's like, oh my
I like
goodness,
that.
it's sir,
I like that.
okay. And what's the solution to this? We're gonna need a
Nothing.
solution. You don't have one, or you just teaching right now, like, you
Yeah, I like
know
that.
what that is.
Boom.
Okay, I don't even like using English terminology or white people terminology to describe
You see
our
this man up here in the
situation. You know what I'm
corner?
saying? Like, cause that right
That's
there
the
causes a
solution.
lot of problems.
You
Huh?
see that man up in the corner, in the right hand corner up top?
Yeah,
That's the
yeah,
solution.
absolutely, absolutely. Absolutely. We
That's
get
the
caught up in this
solution right there.
terminology.
You see that? That's the solution. That's why I go to for answers. I don't be going to these other regular people. So I go to for
I just
answers.
wanted to look, shout out to Dr. Khaled because I rock with everything
That's
he
why I go
says.
to for answers.
Everything. So everything. I try my best to sound like him because what he speaks is truth and righteousness across the board. Ain't no
Well,
ifs,
the
ands, or
way
buts
you
about it.
talk
That's it.
is frightening quite a lot of people. he said, he said, okay. That was his response. His response was okay.
And he's right that you're not gonna have a lot of friends if you talk like that. Look, I don't even care. I don't even care. So it's cool as long as you got there's like-minded people all over the place. You just gotta find those people, right? You just gotta do that thing. But I just wanted to like kind of they're marketing for this Mulan, right? Because I live for the Chinese type movies, war movies. I love them, right? Love them to death. But listen, now see, Disney done did us wrong. Marvel, they done did us wrong with Black Panther, right? We've already covered that, right? They're coming out with the Mulan, right? I watched that trailer. When I tell you it's turn up war in there, okay? I mean straight up war. It's a Disney movie
Mm.
showing these Chinese people going in to preserve themselves, okay, and their people. How come you don't see this in Black Panther? Like the African movie. Like, why don't you see it in there? But it's in the Chinese movie because they will show you this is their history. They're the warriors. You read it
Mm.
in the books. You even read it in the European books that they are the warriors. Them dynasties was nothing to mess with over there. Okay, I've read it. I know all about that stuff. Okay, the Chinese be trying to deny that stuff because they don't want to be known as warriors. They don't want to know. They don't want none of that. They're not really dealing with that like that. But when it comes to us, it is not shown like that. Why is that?
Was that a real question?
That's a tough question. That's one of my
Is
tough
it?
questions. No, it's not to answer. No, no, this is something to think about for people to think about. It's not for you. But I just find it interesting. So I don't know. I know now. Look, let me tell you something. Now that the Black Panther is gone, right? I know that Black people are subscribing in droves. Like I missed my opportunity for investing in Disney when I should have. I know I should. I was saying it to myself last year. I was like, you know what? I should do this. Because Warren Buffett said that you supposed to invest in the things that you love. Now, love means the stuff that you have interest in that you like, you genuinely like, that you actually watch, or you actually participate in, or whatever it is monetarily. You spend your money to see things, like that. So you turn in the money, right? So I didn't do that. So I messed up. So anyway, Black people are in droves subscribing to Disney Plus, right? Because they want to watch Black Panther all day and all night now, right? So I so right there on the splash page, when you go to Disney Plus, right, open up on the splash page, right, you see Mulan, boom, September 4th. And you can watch the trailer, right? I mean,
Mm.
it's dope. The movie is dope. Okay. I said, well, how come Black Panther with all the technology and all that? What's that flower that that thing they had? What's it called? That thing that made them advance? I can't remember what it is. 'Cause I only saw the movie once. Um,
Vibranium.
yeah, that thing, that stuff, whatever that is. Because I only saw the movie once. I only watched it because I needed to talk about it, okay, with some people, and my daughter's was like, "Ma, you ain't gonna like this one." So I already know that. I know, because my kids know how to decode. They know exactly what's right and what's wrong with a movie. They know when it comes to Black people. They's like, you don't even need to see it. I was like, I know. But I had to watch it. you know. But when you go to Disney Plus, boom, Mulan is up there. You look at the preview, you watch the trailer. I mean, you seeing swords, you seeing spears, you seeing armor, you seeing war. Okay, you did not see this in the book. What you saw was black on black crime. That's what you saw.
That's it.
That's what you saw.
That's it.
So we should not
Normalized.
even be so right, right. So you know,
It
so
wasn't even a
what we're
thought
doing
about it.
is right. So what we're doing is we're happy, you know, we're rewarding the oppressor for, you know, all of his evils, you know, when it comes to yeah, because now he's become mega rich now. Like I mean, he made more money than he would have done would have making a part 2 of Black Panther all
Right.
in one day.
Right.
So, and I missed my opportunity, you know.
Yeah, no,
I could have added
nobody.
on, you know, to what I
Look at
got, you
Big.
know.
Big said nobody till somebody kills you.
Right, they take you
Clive
out and
Davis,
then right, right.
Clive Davis, Joe
Mhm.
Whitney Houston, you're worth more dead to me than alive.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
she died.
Mhm.
They killed her. February 11th. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Killed her. And now they got a versus. Oh shit, let me leave that alone. What people be talking that shit. I'm telling you, you look, when you sacrifice, you in. You in forever. Okay? Or until they done with you. Then you the next sacrifice. But when you sacrifice, you in. That's how you get in. That's how you stay in. What show came back to Netflix?
What show? You talking about them black
Mm-hmm.
shows? What shows?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all they put all the black ones there. Oh, and I got look. I have something else to say about that whole thing. The highlighting of the black TV shows and stuff. Like there's deception in that. There's deception
They
in that.
told me that Rock was coming back to Netflix and I was waiting. Okay?
They said that I had not seen. I told you I had not
That
seen
was
that.
in the stack. They put the
Oh,
game up there. They put
yeah.
Moesha up there. They put all that
Right.
other shit up there. I was waiting for Rock to come on there. Okay? I was waiting. I wouldn't be doing no late night shows until I watched all of the Rock TV show. Okay?
Well,
had shut the game down for like a week and watched all that Rock because Rock's daddy was the truth.
well, they're not gonna put something up there that's gonna outdo the hunt.
Rock daddy was the truth. Rock Daddy was the truth. Joey was the truth. Eleanor was the truth. And Rock was the truth. Rock Pops said it was Eleanor's birthday. I watched one of them shows recently on YouTube. The quality was horrible, but it still made my soul feel good to hear that jazz. And then season 2 they had involved redo the beginning. And
How
it
you remember
was
all of this?
Eleanor. Look, it was Eleanor's birthday, right? And Rock was always cheap, so Rock always found something. He never bought nothing. And he asked his pops, he said, "Hey, Pop, what you get? What you get?" He said, "The same thing I get every year." He said, "Oh, no, a framed picture of Malcolm X, right?" He said, "Yeah." So he got it wrapped up, right? And Joey just got there, so Joey asked Rock for some money. He said he was going to get Eleanor a present, and he bet it on the horse, and his horse came in, so he got presents for everybody. So Eleanor come home from work, right? And she done fussed everybody out. She said, ain't nobody supposed to have all of those pictures in their house of Malcolm X, the same picture, the same pose, all over their house, right? It got to be a rule against it or something like that, what she said. She said, I don't ask for much, but for once, can I get a gift that you ain't find somewhere to the husband? And so it was just fun. It was just funny. But the father is the militant in the film or in the TV show, and Rock is like he's not really the get along, but everybody got their position. So just to see, a militant on TV that was on like regular TV that we watched when we grew up was just remarkable. His pops wasn't playing none of that. He ain't having none of that. He was the truth in the cast right there. So that was interesting to see and to re-see again in Baltimore. Garbage Man. And Faggot Behind Chauncey was up in there playing the tough guy. Clifton Powell. I don't never think I ever seen him young. Everything I ever seen him in, he looked like he's about 50 years old already. AKA Panicky. You said how I remember all this stuff. That's bugged out.
Yeah, that show is old. I don't even remember it. I know what it is, but I don't remember any episodes. Like it's that long ago.
Yeah, it was the 90s.
Watch
It was
every
the 90s.
episode. I remember that, but yeah, I remember it. But I mean, like I haven't, you know. I mean, it's not one of those shows that they replay. Like you don't see it again.
Right,
Um,
right,
you see everything else again over and over throughout the
right.
years, but that one you just didn't. So I have no recollection of what happened on there. I remember Eleanor.
Yeah,
I remember that she was she had some spunk, to her.
right.
Um,
Her and
I
Claire
remember that.
Huxtable, for
I
me,
could,
those was
yeah.
the famous two right there. Eleanor and Claire.
And Rock would complain about work a lot and stuff, and then his brother was a like an out of work saxophonist, like musician, and the father was there
Look at
with the
you. You
puns.
talking about you don't remember. You remember.
No, I remember the characters. I don't remember any of
Yeah,
the actual episodes, like situations. But I remember
yeah,
their characters. I remember all characters. Like
yeah.
I
Joe
guess I
was.
care about that, right? Um, but
You
yeah,
said
I
it.
mean the black they highlight in black TV, black movies, black TV, and
Right.
so there's like got their own little section now. And Disney is being deceptive as hell. Um,
They
First of all,
they had a
Hercules.
family,
I was like,
right? A black man and a
huh?
black woman with their father living there and their brother living there, but they ain't have no children. You see,
Yeah,
so
no
you can't
kids.
have it all together. That's bugged out. You can't have it all together.
Yeah,
And
they
I
made that
talked about
mistake
that
with the Cosby Show. Yeah.
couple of days ago. Yeah, a doctor and a lawyer and all of the
Yeah, but
children
I was going through
to
Disney Plus.
HBCU.
Who?
On the Cosby
Oh,
Show.
Hillman.
Yeah, a fake
You
one,
talking about Hillman?
Yeah,
Well, the one that played with Nestor with Hillman E. The only one that went was Denise.
yeah. I think Theo went to NYU. Where you go?
Yes, they went to right. They were trying to deal with no Hillman. No. Why? Because you can't compete going
Yeah,
to
but
HBCU.
he was dyslexic, so they weren't about to send him to no Hillman. Remember?
What? Okay, but the
Remember?
attitudes were that they did not want to go to Hillman. That was across the board, except for Denise. Denise didn't even say, "I really want to go."
I think
Like
Sandra
somebody
went
had to go.
before her, and I think she dropped out. She went, but she dropped out, and so did Denise. Like I think Theo was like the only one that graduated from college, or she went
And the
to
oldest one,
college and graduated, and she didn't do nothing with it.
the oldest
Sandra, I
one
think.
went. Yeah, yeah. Sandra and Vanessa graduated, and also Theo.
Yeah, they showed all of them graduating.
Yeah. So, but they didn't want anything to do with Hillman. So, yeah, I remember that because the attitude towards it did not want to go, and the reason
Yeah,
why, and I grew up and didn't understood the undertone was that you would not be able to compete going to a HBCU with, and that's the whole point of going to college to be able to compete with your master, with your master, ain't my master, your master, to be able to compete. That's the whole point of going to college. If you don't have the paper, you can't compete. If you want a comfortable job, you can't compete. Oh, I forgot about the frats or whatever. I don't know how that works. Like if you go into like a fraternity or sorority, you get a job or something. Because I remember I was watching Stomp the Yard and it said something like that. You can have any job you want. After I said, really? Black people got pulled like that? Which black people and where? So it could be true. I don't know. I just don't know nothing about that. But if that's the case, then that's cool. Then that means most of us should be well off then, right? Or is it just a few? Yeah, it's still a few. It's still not good enough. So,
everybody
um,
doesn't go get a college education, and everybody
right.
doesn't make it through the fraternity and sorority. So it just
No, I'm
becomes
talking
very
about
small.
specifically the HBCUs though, but that's supposed to be full of black people, right? So I'm talking about just them alone. But you said not all of them, they drop out of the line, right?
Right.
Why is that? Why would black people make it harder for black people? And I know what you're going to say. I know what you're going to say,
What?
but in the climate
What
that
am I
we're
gonna say?
under,
What were you about to say?
the right to passage. I understand all of that, but I'm talking about under the current condition that we're under, everybody should just be able to walk on in.
Is that
Why put
right?
that obstacle in front of your own people? What happened?
Is that right?
Is what right?
That people should just be able to walk in. There's no
That
need. For,
well, all black people in college, yeah,
well,
who
I'll tell
actually
you this.
actually who doing the work in college,
I'll tell you
supporting the
this.
HBCU, yes.
Everybody doesn't do the same thing. Everybody doesn't
What,
do the same thing.
what you mean?
So whether you're talking about a college fraternity, whether you're talking about a fraternal order in regards to masonry, everybody doesn't do the same thing. So everybody doesn't go under that same type of thing that people before them went to, and you're not respected amongst the fraternal people if you go the punk way. But there's a punk way for you to go in fraternity and sorority. You
Yeah,
just
you can
pay.
pay for it.
Yeah, you
Right, you
just
can
pay.
pay for it, but
Yeah.
yeah, but
Yeah,
I
and you
mean,
can
like,
tell the punks, they're punks that's walking around. You can tell them they're punks. You see what I'm saying? Because they don't have no uh, instance for what they went through. They didn't go. There's no evidence of it in them or on them what they went through. But those who
yeah, but
went
if
through it, go ahead.
no, but if they like apply to be a part of the organization,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? They should be accepted in the organization, right? And depending on their work ethic and what they do, they are assigned a certain position, right? But to
If
turn
they
away
do,
people and to put up an
if
obstacle,
you
I don't know
go
about
look, if
that,
you
especially in
look,
America.
you don't have to turn away people. You were in the Marine Corps. Everybody doesn't make it to the Marine Corps in the first place.
Well,
This is why they have testing. There's a screen out process. Everybody
Yeah, but you
doesn't make
can't
it.
use that one.
That yes, you can because it's the
How?
same. It's the same. There's a selection process. Everybody don't make it in the Marine Corps.
One. The Marine
What?
Corps is
One,
white. It's
one.
ran by white people.
Yeah,
The
it's
black organization is
it's a
ran by black
fraternity.
people.
It's a fraternity. It's the same concept. Everybody don't make it. Everybody don't make it in the Marine Corps. You train Marine recruits.
All
You
right,
know
let's
who
bring
ain't
it
gonna
back
make
to the education system though, like college. Like college, for instance, is it that
it.
serious?
It's the
Like if
same
you,
thing.
cause like if you go into like an academic, because they're all academic. So if they're academic, right, you get in or whatever, and it just guarantees you a really good job when you get out. Why wouldn't you just allow black people in so they can get the good job? You know what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I mean, is that not? It's not realistic, right? Is that what you're saying?
I do
It's not
understand what you're
realistic for
saying.
me to say that
I do understand what you're saying.
because it would get more of us in positions of power, right? Or perceived power under this oppressive, yeah, system or whatever, right? Like, why would you turn
Mhm.
away your own people? Like, I'm talking in education, in educational, organizations and schools and blah blah blah. Why would you do that? Why would they have to compete for that? When at the end of the day, we all on the same level.
It's not a competition, and the people who went through is not over the people who didn't. Those people decide to quit. You don't put people out; they put themselves out. That's exactly the same as the military.
Oh
The
my goodness.
people who cannot meet the standard, they have to fucking go. Then they lower the standard, they change the standard, they lower the standard, they change the standard, they lower the standard, they
Look,
change
you
the
can't use
standard.
military. It's life or death with military. Now we talking about education. That's that's
You just said
different.
that
That's
twice. You just told me
different.
twice what I can't use, and it's the same fucking thing. And
No.
I'm saying it again. It's the same thing.
The
I'm
concept,
talking about
right?
people coming in. I'm talking about people coming in. This is what it is.
Ah.
Everybody don't go through the same thing. What those people doing at college, ROTC, ain't the same thing as West Point. Everybody don't make it through fucking West Point.
I'm not talking about war. I'm talking about paperwork. So education is paper, right? So it's not that serious to me.
Everybody
It's
don't
just
make it through
not.
college.
Oh,
Everybody
look,
with
yeah,
going through nothing. I'm just talking about class. They don't even go through. They don't make it through class.
yeah,
Just
I
class.
know
You ain't
that.
got to do shit, but do your homework and prepare for fucking tests, write
Right, I
papers or
know
whatever.
that. I know that, but if black people are in college and they finish, they get to go in the fraternity or sorority. They should be able to just be able to join it, so that way they'll be guaranteed a really good job after college. That's the whole point, right?
That shit should be easy. It's just they should just
Or
say, "Hey,
or
yeah,
or
come
that's
on
not
in."
the point. Or that's not the point.
Everybody,
That's not the point.
everybody come in. Everybody just come in.
Okay,
Don't
what's the
go through
point?
nothing.
What's the
Just
point
come in.
of Alpha Phi Alpha? What's the point? I'll wait.
Yo, wait, what?
What's the point of Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity? What is the point?
Why is you talking to me about Alpha Phi Alpha?
That's what I'm saying to you because I don't know. Because you saying right now everybody should not have the same, and
I'm
it's
telling you
paperwork. It ain't
that
war.
this
It's
is
paperwork.
life, and this is how
I'm
life
not gonna
is.
let some
People,
idiot into pass my boot camp and they can't protect me, save my life. Now, I'm not gonna do that. That's something different. That's different.
that's the
I cut a lot
same,
of them off. Yes, we cut
right?
them
That's the
off, but
same.
that's not
You're not gonna let some idiot
educational fraternity is the same.
come in and
I
destroy
can't believe you
what you
saying
built,
that.
what you built
Can't
a
believe you
hundred
saying
years
that.
ago. That got a real resonance. That was designed to take you through a rites of passage process to make a man or a woman out of you and prepare you for life. That's a fucking failure. You just let anybody in so they could go get a job. No. What you gonna do with the person who ain't been through nothing? They get in that job and they fuck
Listen,
up their job.
that is what white people do. They get jobs because of who they know. All right, not
Right,
what they know. We know this. This is how
right,
they stay in power. Okay, we can
right.
do the same thing. I don't want to
You're not gonna
hear
be in no
any
power
of that
nowhere.
nonsense from no A5A fraternity.
You not going
You know what I'm
to
saying? Like,
the person ain't gonna fucking last. They ain't been through nothing. They're not gonna last. You wasting your time. You gonna send 1,000 people somewhere and 2 people gonna actually keep the fucking job.
you back them up. You back up your brothers. That's it. They do it and they successful. So if we can get all these black people and we cape for them, we will be on top. I mean, we never tried it before. How you know it won't work? We've never tried it before. So that's my solution. That's my solution to getting these black
That's not a
academics
solution. That's another
into
fucking
places of
problem.
power.
That's what that is.
How,
That's another
how,
problem.
that's a problem.
Yes, because you just
How is
said
that a problem?
you don't let anybody into the Marine Corps. You
That
kick
is
their ass the fuck
different.
out,
That
and then you
military is
expect
different.
this thing right
Oh my
here that's
goodness.
very small with few people that come into it to just let anybody in for the sake of it. Let's just try it out.
Military is different. You
It
come on.
ain't
I
different.
can't believe you saying that to me. I know you a principal
I can't
man. I
believe you
know
saying
that.
that.
I
This
know
is
you're a
this
principal
is
man.
this is a life for people. This ain't no play shit. This ain't no shit you just do in college. This is a life thing that people carry for the rest of their life.
All
This is
right.
what people would do for the rest of their life.
I got you. But in the meantime, I'm gonna go try to find out what's the point of these black fraternities. I'm gonna just find out because we don't know. Obviously, we have no idea. So
Who don't
I'm
know?
going to try to. I asked you what was the point of Alpha fraternity. I asked you what the point was. What's the
The
point of
point
that?
was is to teach a black person how to function in an organization.
That's it.
Before that's the point. That's the
Oh,
point.
okay. But
It's a mini version of an organization that they're supposed to be a part of when they become older. This is why they got youth fraternity, they got youth sorority.
like a
They
brotherhood, right? Like a brotherhood.
you gonna talk through me and over me?
No, no. I'm just trying to understand. Before you get too far, before you go too far, I just want to understand. You're talking about a brotherhood, right? Look,
Right.
I'm trying to take it to a whole nother level because we've never tried this before. That's
Take
all
it
I'm
to a whole
saying.
nother level. Go ahead.
I
Go
just
ahead.
did. I
Take it
did.
wherever you want to go with it.
I get what you're saying, but
You
the
don't, because you saying
no,
but after. You say I get what you're saying, and you said but.
right, but what I'm saying to you is that I hear these if you get into a black fraternity or sorority, you'll be guaranteed a very good job upon
That's not
graduating
true.
from
That's
college.
not true.
That
That's
is
not
the
true.
thing that I've heard a
You
lot.
heard
And
it, right?
then
You
when I
heard
heard it in
it.
the
That's
movie,
not true.
I said, oh, and
That's
then
not true.
same thing. Like, it's not true.
No, there's no
Oh,
guarantee for
okay, okay.
anything.
Well
No,
then,
people talk based off of what they heard in the past and
I got you.
people's
Okay,
experience.
the
Yeah,
myth of opportunity. Okay,
yeah,
got you. Okay.
yes. The myth of opportunity. Yes,
See,
that's
you
what it is.
misunderstood what I was saying.
I didn't
See, you
misunderstand
misunderstood what
shit.
I was.
I'm good.
You didn't.
I'm
You didn't
good.
misunderstand what I was saying.
No, not at all.
No, because what I started off saying that I saw the movie, right? And it says you'd be guaranteed a good job upon graduating from, and I've heard this in the past
What
as well.
movie?
So that was one of the reasons why you would join the fraternities because
What
of the
movie?
connections to success. That was what I was saying.
What movie?
So one movie would be Stomp the Yard, like I said. Stop the Yard. They made reference to that, but I have been hearing that in the past. And I have a cousin who's in Alpha Phi Alpha, and he has a very good job. And it's because of
Okay.
people he knows. So he got a job for people he knows. He's a smart guy, but he didn't get it because he was smart. He got it because he's connected. But
Because he's an alpha. That's why.
yeah, because he's connected, right? So how would he get up
So
that high? Like
where do you put that on the job application?
you don't. He didn't need one because he know people. That's what I'm saying. It's a
So
connect. It's a
what did he do?
connect. You
What
know
did he
about
do?
connects,
Of
huh?
course, I know about connects. I know all about them.
Right, right.
Right. But no, look, I'm gonna tell you something about connects that you do know. You know it already. Nobody's gonna stick their neck out for you just because you say you a part of some shit. You have to matter because they're not just gonna put their neck out. Oh, that's my bro, or that's my sis, or blah blah blah. This
Okay,
or that. That's not how
referrals,
that shit works. It's not gonna work
referrals.
like
Taking the word
that.
of
Right.
another to bring somebody else in.
So people gonna do research on you. So you're gonna go through the same process. You're gonna go through the same process, but it's a different kind of process. They're gonna go back and check whatever lane you came through to make sure that somebody in that line is going to speak for you. So it's the same process of you applying for a job. They're going to do a background check on you and blah, blah. They're going to bring you in for a series of interviews. And out of that stack, they're going to take some recommendation from somebody who's there. And they decide that it's you versus somebody else. That's it. That's how that works. The only thing where you got an edge is you don't prove yourself above everybody else. And then on top of it, you got this going on. This is the deciding factor. That ain't how it worked with the rest of the world, but that's how it worked for us. I can
For
only talk
us,
about that.
right?
Yeah,
See,
I can
thank
only
you for
talk about
saying
us
that. Thank you for
because
saying that
you
because I was
get
going to ask you that.
you get some fucking chump sitting in there. I've been in the room with Masons. I've been in the room with Masons. I've been in the room with thousands of them. I've been in interviews with Masons while I was applying for jobs, and I know. And that shit ain't get me no fucking favor. If anything, they was trying to get me out of the fucking door. 9 times out of 10. So when I got to the places and I'm like, oh shit, this dude in Mason, blah blah blah, da da da, this. That wasn't nobody that was in there that was looking out for the regular people. I was the one that was looking out for regular people. So like the little twist and turn, you see these young brothers. I know what these young brothers going through. They could be on the corner or coming from their corner to work for 12 hours. For me, I know they just came off the corner. I know they've been up all night, and I got to get them to work 12 hours and keep the rest of these motherfuckers who want them just to be fired so they can switch them out with somebody else. So that's the game. Like everybody got this game. The same kind of game in regards to who get thrown to the wolves for them to keep their job. That's that kind of shit. So it ain't nothing that a person could go through on that side that'll help them. When you got motherfuckers like that walking around, they need some correction. They need to be fucking reminded who the fuck they are. Because just like you said, we all on the same level.
Right.
And
Because
the real one, this is where we meet. We meet right there on that same level.
Right. Because at the end of the day, we have to. Well, not me.
You got people like
Some of us
me,
got
and
to report to
you
the
got people
crackers.
like these other fucking eunuchs and punks who be walking around. It don't matter what they done went through. They still the same eunuch and the same fucking punk. And you could tell. And you know when they open their mouth.
So would you say it's worse going through a black, pledging a black fraternity than it is to deal with, this oppressive system because you're going to be tried within your own. You're going to be tried harshly.
You're going to be tried harshly, but they're not looking to kill you. Just to prove to you what's in you. This other family system is looking to kill you. Whether it's slow or it's immediate, they're looking to kill you. This initiatory rites of passage that the brother and the sister goes through is something that they would have went through had we still been home in Africa at a younger age. So they would have went through that rites of passage as boys and girls, and when they were done, they were men. And if they didn't complete that rites of passage as a boy or a girl to standard, they would be boys and girls for the rest of their fucking life. So whatever little intricacies placed here in the West is nothing in comparison to what it would have been at home. Nothing. A test of manhood. They drop boys off, and they kind of do like some little reenactment kind of thing in certain places here. They drop you off like 15 miles from where you at, and you got to find your way back. And
Yeah,
they
it
can't
always
help.
has something to do with wilderness. Yeah.
Yeah, and they can't help you. They out there watching you and protecting you and making sure you're good, but they can't help you. You know? So you see like some of these movies, like what was it, School Days or some shit, and they was talking this
Yep.
shit to the dude or whatever, and they was like, don't forget we had to help your ass out last year. You understand?
Yep.
Like, so
Mhm.
that's what it was. And the sisters was telling them that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, so like, you
Yep.
don't try to play tough now. Remember, like you was there. So it's a reminder. And things like that do happen, you know. I done pulled plenty of people to the side and say, yo, you was crying again. Don't get brand new. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get extra and all that. You was crying in here. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's to ensure that people have a kind of remembrance. There's a process of things you have to go through, but you get those people who just ready to be overzealous with it, and they ain't got the timing or none of that to be talking or doing some of the shit they be trying to do. Like it's a movie on Netflix. I don't even know if it's still there no more. Called Burning Sands, and you know it kind of speaks to college Greek life or college fraternity life, balancing that in school and you know all the other stuff that go along with it. I think Drumline kind of did it a little bit, but I think people wanted to see more, so they kind of made that one.
Stomp the Yard did that too. They showed that too.
Kinda.
Kinda. Yeah. Both kinda. Yeah.
Yeah. Stomp the Yard was kind of because it was all about the you know the line like Drumline. It was all about the line like, but the one guy who was Nick Cannon's roommate, he was going through something else. You know,
Mm.
Nick and them wasn't going through that, and they didn't show the whole drum line. They beat your ass to get on that line. You don't just get on that damn line. You don't get in no clubs in college in some of these places without them beating your ass. I'll just tell you that. The fucking math club, you know, whatever the fuck it was for you to be there, they beat your ass. So that's one thing. I don't know if they still do that anymore.
Yeah. Why would they do that? It's just paperwork.
It's just paperwork, right? Yeah, you said that. Yeah, it's just paperwork. Yeah, why would they do that?
Yeah. I mean, come on, man.
I sent you that video. You was like, they ain't beat nobody up. So, yeah, so
That's
don't play.
different. That's
That's the
different. That's
same.
war.
We back
That's
to this shit again.
oh
You
my
talking? That's
god.
different. Yeah. Okay.
That is
Okay.
different.
Yeah, that's different.
That's not
Yeah,
paperwork. That's all
that's not
action.
paperwork.
That's
Yeah,
all
everybody got
physical. It's
paperwork.
action. It's tactical. It's you know what I'm
Everybody
saying?
got paperwork. Everybody got paperwork.
So you trying to tell me it's as serious as training those for war?
Those
Like
young
real
people went
like
to
real
war.
war. Like real.
Those young people went to war
What young people?
historically. Those young people went to war historically.
Who? What? I missed
Those
something.
young
What?
people. Those young people. When you talk about stuff been around for 100 years, they didn't go to no war. They went to war in America, being black in America. 100 years ago is 1920.
Well, yeah, well, that was different because now,
1913,
now,
1904,
yeah, the early
19.
1900s, absolutely.
This is
I
when
talk about it all the time.
this is when these college fraternities started.
I'm talking about now.
You talking about now?
Talking about now, where there is nothing warrior like about it. Like it's just non-existent. It's not the same thing. The reason why the origins of it's a whole other thing than what it is now. Like the reason why they started that is not the same reason why people join it today. That's what I'm saying. Like to
What
me,
they
it's just
joining for
paperwork.
today?
I'm not downplaying anything because apparently they do a lot of things in the community and all this other stuff, and they do a lot of stuff, around the world and everything. So I'm not downplaying it. What I'm saying is that it's not set up for what it was. So when you compare it to military, I'm like, nah, I can't get with that because it's not to me. It doesn't look the same. It doesn't look the same. It doesn't look equivalent. That's all I'm saying. It could very well be, but I'm just saying I have no knowledge of that. Like
When the
I'm gonna
last
have to
when
see.
the last
I'm gonna
time you
see
been in the
more.
military?
No, I'm talking about the fraternity.
When the last time you been in the military is what I'm saying.
I'm
The
talking about the military. I'm not talking about the military. I'm talking about the fraternity. Like for instance, like if I join a sorority, would I expect the same thing that I would in the military? Absolutely not.
do you know?
That's why I never joined them.
Do you know?
I do know. I know. I know that for
You
sure.
do? You do?
Yes. Yes.
Based off of what?
I have plenty of sisters in my family that
About the
yeah,
people?
that
You
have
talking about
joined
that? That's where we
sororities,
going?
and they tell it. Okay, they tell it
And
to
they
me.
tell it. What
Yeah,
did
they
they
tell
tell?
it.
What
They
they
tell
tell?
it. They tell everything.
What,
I'm not gonna repeat what they tell me. They tell me. Not gonna repeat it. It's not the same thing. So if I come back with my story, they be like, "What?" Like I've told them my stories. You understand? And it's
about
not
war
something
or
that they would
training?
understand. You know,
About war or training?
all of it,
All of it?
all of it. They can't. They can't. They don't.
They
We have
can't
nothing
stomach
in
it.
common. We have nothing
Yeah.
in common.
Yeah.
You been in a fraternity, like a
Yeah.
college fraternity.
Not no college fraternity, no.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the educational ones, the ones that you get where you have to go to college. You have to be enrolled in college to get into if you want to. If you want to pledge those things, I'm talking about those ones.
I'm talking, I've come from the place where they come from.
So you're saying they're the same as it was back from when they started back in 1890, whatever, 1906, and so you're saying they're the same as they were back then.
No, none of that is the same. But it's not new. It just depends on who you bring in what. And this is why those people matter. It's no different than bringing anybody into any organization. You don't let anybody just into the truth. So anybody just can walk around and say they're Israelite. Is that right?
They do. They do. They do. They do.
Is no, they do.
They
But is
do.
that right? Is that right? Is that how it goes?
Absolutely not. No.
Absolutely not. Exactly.
No.
So
No.
okay, that's so it's telling you that organizations are the same. They don't just let anybody in. And when those people just let anybody in, you see the results. Oh, well, okay, well, it's the truth. And they're supposed to wake up to the knowledge that
Well, the
they're
only
Israelite. Let's just let everybody in. Let's just let every black person in, and they all Israel. That's not how it works.
the only reason why I said that was because of the myth that you can get a good job. That's what I was referring to. So it's all about the jobby job, the successful black male or black woman. This is what I was referring to. I wasn't referring to anything else. Like, no.
It's all the same.
No. Wasn't talking about that. I was talking about that thing where if you join this fraternity, you have a better chance
Yeah,
of
it's the myth.
getting a very good job through connections,
Right. Right.
but you just knocked that down. I said, oh, okay. So it
Yeah.
ain't really like that. Why? Because we
Yeah,
still
that's
report
BS.
to the same. the same oppressor, right? So for
Right.
us, it's still competitive, and you can't just be like, you can't mess me
Right.
up. You know what I'm saying, bruh?
Right.
Like, I know you. You're not gonna do what you're supposed to do. You're gonna make me look bad. Blah blah blah. Yeah, I
Right.
know that. I know that,
Hmm.
and that's sad. That's real sad. But
That was the Drop Squad shit. This is why the dude in Drop Squad didn't want his brother or no his cousin. I mean, uh, to work at the job that he was at. He was all scared to death. They was all scared to death. They was talking shit to that janitor, and the janitor told them he don't got to look in the trash can to see if he got a job. And he said, "Oh, they had a meeting. Y'all ain't know nothing about it." So they scrambling around in that office,
mm-hmm,
and they supposed to be, people that was living good, but they was
mm-hmm.
living in fear the whole entire time about the little job that they had. So this is why he know his cousin Flip needed a job. His wife was pregnant, and she was still working, and he couldn't
Mm-hmm.
get no job. And he lied to him the whole time and told him, "Hey, you know, yeah, I'm gonna put it in for you. All you got to do is go down there and blah 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 and this and this and this." So he lied to him, like he lied to his whole family about what he really do. So that's the kind of Negro that's running around in a lot of these places. So it's indiscriminate to what they call themselves. If they're a Negro, they're gonna be Negroes, no matter what. And you know that to be true. No matter what the fuck they call themselves, they can call themselves whatever, and they're Negroes. And if they're Negroes, they're gonna be Negroes anyway. So there's a lot of Negroes in organizations in positions of influence and not in power because they ain't got no power. Ain't no power in America for nobody. Because power is taken. Power ain't shared. And it ain't given. You can't give nobody no power like you can't give nobody no freedom. So there's a bunch of Negroes walking around with positional authority, and positional authority ain't the same as power. When that shit's over with, so are you,
They get sat down too.
right?
They get sat down, and a good example of that was that whole RNC convention thing that they had going, and people were clowning Candace Owens and the whole plethora of black black Republicans who came for Donald Trump wasn't invited to speak at the RNC. And sis got up there on Twitter, was mad, like I could run circles around Barack Obama if I was like, oh gosh, here we go. So now we got these black Republicans pissed off because they weren't invited to the RNC. Who they think they are? Like, first of all,
Who they think
sis,
they
who
are,
do you
right?
think you
Exactly.
are? Like, really?
Right. You know what Dollar Bill said
You
in Players Club? Who you think he
you are
talking to
now a
now?
pig. You are a pig.
He said, who you
Until they
think he
don't need you
talking
no
to
more.
like that?
Right. Until they don't need you no more. Pigs. So yes, there you go. That was a good example. I mean, that was clowning,
Right.
clowning. So you got black Democrats clowning these black Republicans. So I mean, because they go hard for Donald Trump too.
Same
I
thing
mean,
on the
really go hard.
Democrat side. Dr. Collins was talking about it with Alan
Willie
Key.
D. Willie D. I was like, wait a minute. I said, Willie D. What?
Yeah. Right.
You're breaking my heart. What? Yeah, he's one of them. And I was like, I can't believe this. This is some nonsense. Like, really? When? When did this happen? When did this happen? You know? And he's clowning Candace Owens and the whole list of, but I'm like, oh my gosh.
Where the
So
coon?
it
Where the
don't matter
coon?
it don't matter which white man you caping for, you're a pig. It don't matter. So so yeah, she got mad. She got real mad and everything, and she got on Twitter mad as hell. Get mad at your president. You know? Oh, and on top of that, she's going to be giving birth to a white baby this winter. It's real sad. Real sad.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't tell me about Willie D. Like, I had no idea. I just happened to stumble upon that, stumble and bumble up, upon that. I was like, what the hell
About
is
what?
going on here? His political positions and the way he thinks, like this is not the Willie D I know. You know, it's that kind of thing.
It's exactly the Willie D you know.
So I was like side eye, like, mm, okay, like so these are actors. All these people are actors. So I mean, you can't take none of them seriously.
Right.
Not for the culture. You can't. Like you can't.
No different than these actors running around with
Right.
these suits.
Oh my God, they thought they was gonna speak at the RNC. They thought he had all his kids speak. He had all, see this is what I'm talking. Look, he put his kids up to speak for him. That is what you do. Like black people, get it together. You know what I'm saying? This is what you're supposed to do. Get your own to do your bidding. That is it. That is what you're supposed to do. Us first, us only, right? Us. You see, he didn't divert. Like those are black people over there. I ain't putting them up here to speak for me. Oh, absolutely not. This is what he said, and we supposed to do the same thing. But they don't get it. They don't get it. I don't know what's so hard to understand. Like, is it that complicated? It's not complicated to me. I get it fine. You know.
We like these lies.
It's not that hard. Oh well, this person supported me, so so I'm gonna no your people first. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Nothing about it. You always choose yours over everybody else. This is how it's supposed to go. This is what we don't understand. And this is why we don't give any solutions. This is why we don't have any solutions. So I'm gonna wait. Let me check Instagram.
Jake got shot in the back by the Jakes 7 times.
I gotta let's see.
That's how you go.
Nope, crickets. Currently have
Jake
crickets
got
over here.
shot in the back by the
There's no
Jakes.
response yet. Yeah, yeah. I probably was blocked, but I gotta check. I probably was blocked. I don't know. Like I care. I had the privilege to do it with an iron fist. Okay, give me privilege. Let me have the privilege. I like Saturday nights with those riots. I like watching them on TV. It's hilarious.
Saturday Night Riot.
Yeah, those are not protests. Those are riots. Those are degenerate white folks out there with one, two,
Thugs.
three, four, five
Criminals.
Negroes out there acting a fool. Yes.
Thugs and criminals, rapists and pedophiles. That's who
Let me
they
tell
are.
you something. If it was my convenience store, boom, boom, boom. That's what you would have heard. I'm sorry. That's what you would have heard. They raised up into that convenience store. I said, don't they know they can get shot in Wisconsin? Like Yeah, I mean, but they're not going to do it because why? They're white, and then the people came in. The rioters are white, so they're not going to do that. Now, if the Negroes would have went up in there because they was outside, know not to go up in there. It was three of them on the outside, and they didn't go in. And they know better. Had they went in, maybe it would have been boom, boom, boom. But let somebody come up in my store with that nonsense, acting all rah rah and threatening and all over the counter and everything, and won't back up after a warning or two. Boom.
Bang, bang.
That's right. You don't just get roll up at my establishment, in my home. They should have had people. It was like a convenience store and a gas station. They should have had people out there with it where these people could not even walk up into the gas station like at all. They should have been there with shotguns. Like, yeah, I dare one of you. And then of course you have to show an example. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody has to be made an example. It's always like that. Just to warn them. But you just don't get to go around and just tearing up people's stuff. You just don't, no, you don't just do
We
that.
sure do.
And then the fact that it's not black people at all, like I mean, everybody has to know it's not us. They know who it is. They're speaking on their own people. Like, take your rifle with you on vacation. This is what they're telling their people. Take your rifles with you on vacation. I said, I had to laugh at that. I said, y'all trying to get y'all people locked up. You can't take your rifle to California. if you going if you're going to Malibu, you can't take your rifle, but I guess they're saying like you never know, just take it. Just they're being really irrational right now, but yeah. The whole idea is that she said everybody should just stay home, you know, guard your house, that type of thing or whatever. And that's a smart thing to do. Instead of going on I don't think it's time to go on vacation right now. Like really I don't think this is a time to do that. What do you think?
White people are supposed to go to hell, not a vacation.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I don't think this is the right time for anybody to be going on vacation,
They need
really.
to
I mean,
go.
and then
Yeah, go on vacation, leave the doors unlocked and
yeah,
shit.
but they're gonna take the rifles and
Yeah, take your rifles
they're gonna
with you.
take their
Leave your
rifles
pistols on
and yeah,
so we can take them
yeah, they're
when we're
gonna
coming out.
yeah. She mentioned pistols, so yeah, take your rifle, your pistol, and
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, that's right. But then again, that's what they get for not allowing black people to own. You know what I'm saying? To own anything. So if they own down, then let it burn down. But I'm just saying, if it was my store, black owned business, yeah, it would have been boom, boom. I mean, they did have like I think back over there where George Floyd was killed, whatever. The black couple had a store or something. I don't know what kind of store it was, but they were on TV crying, saying that their business burned. Uh to they were supposed to be defending it, like you know, the nail, and then so that's all I'm saying. I'll be able to defend that was something that but Rudy came out and said in one of those videos. He said you got to be able when you got to be able to protect what it is that you have. That's the important part. You can be as free as you want, but if you don't have the means to protect your stuff, that's a major problem. So, yeah. Did you drop off again? because I don't see you and I don't hear you. Let me check the messages. Okay, so Nudge got booted. So let's see, what do we have to look forward to? So later on, he's going to continue his celebration, 5 years of Doing Knowledge Radio, with a whole host of people um, who show support. And I think before we go, he'll show the flyer again. But I think that we're done with this live. It's been 2 hours, so I'm going to wait for him to come back. And then we're going to say shalom. Or if not now, shalom.